Gentlemen over 60, I need your attention for the next few minutes. I'm Dr. Sarah Mitchell, and I've spent the last 25 years specializing in men's health and natural medicine. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's affecting millions of men your age, and it's not what you think. You wake up tired. You feel like you're running on empty by midday. That spark you once had? That confidence that made you feel invincible? It's fading, and maybe it's affecting your relationships, your intimacy, your zest for life. You've been told this is just normal aging. You've been told to accept it. I'm here to tell you that's not true. What you're experiencing isn't inevitable decline, it's often your body crying out for specific nutrients it's no longer getting. And there's something you can do about it, naturally and safely. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you 3 specific herbs that have helped thousands of my patients over 60 reclaim their energy, restore their performance, and reignite their vitality. These aren't miracle cures or magic pills, they're time-tested, scientifically backed natural solutions that work with your body's own healing mechanisms. If this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments below. If it doesn't speak to your experience, type 0 so I know how to make this more valuable for you. Here's what we'll cover: the 3 essential herbs that can transform how you feel, the science behind why they work, real-life results from my patients, the number 1 mistake most men make when trying natural solutions, and a simple daily routine that actually works. Your vitality doesn't have to be a thing of the past. Let's begin. Herb 1, Ginseng, the energy igniter. Let me tell you about George. When he walked into my clinic at 65, he looked defeated. This was a man who had built a successful business, raised 3 children, and been the rock of his family for decades. But now? He could barely make it through a morning without feeling completely drained. "Dr. Mitchell," he said, "I sleep 8 hours, but I wake up exhausted. I used to have energy to burn, now I can barely keep up with my grandkids. My wife thinks I'm depressed, but I'm not sad, I'm just empty." George's problem wasn't depression. It wasn't even age. His body had simply stopped producing energy efficiently, and his circulation was compromised. This is where our first herb becomes a game changer: Panax Ginseng. Ginseng isn't just any herb, it's what I call the energy igniter. Here's what happens in your body when you take quality ginseng consistently. First, ginseng dramatically improves your nitric oxide production. Now, you might know nitric oxide from discussions about heart health or blood pressure, but here's what most people don't realize: nitric oxide is your body's natural mechanism for opening blood vessels and improving circulation. When circulation improves, oxygen and nutrients reach every cell in your body more efficiently. This means better energy at the cellular level. Second, ginseng supports your adrenal glands. These are the small glands that sit on top of your kidneys, and they're responsible for producing stress hormones and managing your energy throughout the day. After decades of life's stresses, your adrenals can become fatigued. Ginseng acts like a gentle coach, helping them function optimally again. Third, and this surprised many of my patients, ginseng enhances mental clarity and focus. Many men over 60 complain about brain fog, that feeling where your thoughts aren't as sharp as they used to be. Ginseng helps clear that fog by improving blood flow to the brain and supporting neurotransmitter function. Within 6 weeks of adding Korean red ginseng to his daily routine, George's transformation was remarkable. "Dr. Mitchell," he told me, "I woke up this morning and actually felt rested. I played with my grandkids for 2 hours straight yesterday. And..." He paused, smiling. "My wife and I, well, let's just say we're connecting again in ways we hadn't in years." Now, if you're thinking about trying ginseng, quality matters enormously. Look for Korean red ginseng or Panax ginseng. These are the forms with the most research behind them. Avoid generic ginseng blends or Siberian ginseng, which isn't actually ginseng at all. For dosage, I typically recommend 200 to 400 milligrams of standardized extract daily, or you can brew it as tea using 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried root per cup. Capsules are convenient, but many of my patients love the ritual of brewing ginseng tea in the morning. The key takeaway here is this: ginseng acts as your natural energy generator, working at the cellular level to restore vitality you thought was gone forever. Herb 2, Ashwagandha, the stress and hormone balancer. Now let me introduce you to David. At 70, David came to me overwhelmed and exhausted, but in a different way than George. David wasn't just tired, he was wired and tired simultaneously. He'd lie awake at night despite being exhausted, his mind racing with worries. During the day, he felt anxious and irritable. He'd lost interest in activities he used to love, and his wife mentioned that he seemed to have lost his masculine edge. "I don't feel like myself anymore," David confessed. "I used to be the guy everyone came to for advice, for strength. Now I feel like I'm barely holding it together. And honestly, Dr. Mitchell, I haven't felt like being intimate with my wife in months. I love her, but the desire just isn't there." David's issue was what I see in many men over 60. Chronic stress had disrupted his hormonal balance. His cortisol was chronically elevated, which was suppressing his testosterone production. This is where our second herb, ashwagandha, becomes essential. Ashwagandha is what we call an adaptogen, a natural substance that helps your body adapt to and manage stress more effectively. But it does so much more than that, especially for men over 60. Here's the science: when you're constantly stressed, your body produces cortisol. A little cortisol is necessary and healthy, but chronic elevation becomes problematic. High cortisol signals your body that you're in survival mode, which means non-essential functions, like testosterone production and sexual desire, get shut down. Ashwagandha works by regulating your stress response system. It doesn't eliminate stress entirely, but it helps your body handle stress without overproducing cortisol. When cortisol levels normalize, testosterone production can resume more normal patterns. Additionally, ashwagandha improves sleep quality dramatically. Many of my patients report falling asleep easier and waking up more refreshed. Better sleep means better recovery, which means better hormone production. There's also fascinating research showing that ashwagandha can boost sexual function and motivation in older men. It doesn't work like a pharmaceutical; instead, it addresses the root cause by supporting your body's natural hormone production. Finally, ashwagandha supports muscle strength and recovery. Several studies have shown that men taking ashwagandha maintain better muscle mass and strength as they age. After 2 months on a quality ashwagandha supplement, David's transformation was profound. "Dr. Mitchell, I feel calm for the first time in years," he reported. "I'm sleeping through the night, I feel more like my old confident self, and my wife has commented that I seem more present with her. And yes, our intimate life is back on track." For ashwagandha, quality is crucial. Look for standardized extracts like KSM-66 or Sensoril. These are the forms used in most clinical studies. I typically recommend 300 to 500 milligrams daily, taken with food to improve absorption. Some patients prefer capsules, others like it as a tea, though the tea can be quite bitter. The key takeaway: ashwagandha works as your stress relief and testosterone support system, helping restore the hormonal balance that's essential for feeling like yourself again. Herb 3, Maca root, the vitality booster. Let me tell you about Leonard. When this 68-year-old retired teacher came to see me, he described feeling disconnected from life. He had energy during certain parts of the day, his stress levels were manageable, but something was still missing. "Dr. Mitchell, I go through the motions," Leonard explained. "I exercise, I eat well, I spend time with family. But I feel like I'm watching my life from the outside. I don't have that drive, that passion I used to have. And honestly, I feel bad for my wife. I know she'd like more romance, more connection, but I just don't feel it anymore." Leonard's issue was what I call the vitality gap, that space between having adequate energy and truly feeling alive and engaged with life. This is where our third herb, maca root, becomes transformational. Maca root has been used for over 2,000 years in Peru, specifically to enhance vitality, stamina, and sexual energy. But modern research has revealed exactly why it works so well, particularly for men over 60. First, maca root works on brain chemistry, particularly neurotransmitters that regulate mood and motivation. Many men experience a subtle decline in these brain chemicals as they age, leading to that disconnected feeling Leonard described. Maca helps restore optimal neurotransmitter function. Second, maca has a unique effect on libido and sexual performance. Unlike pharmaceuticals that work mechanistically, maca restores natural desire and sexual energy. It doesn't force function, it restores it naturally. Third, maca supports endurance and stamina, both physical and mental. Many of my patients report being able to sustain activities longer and maintain focus throughout the day. What makes maca particularly interesting is that different varieties work slightly differently. Black maca is best for energy and stamina. Red maca is ideal for mood and stress resilience. Yellow maca is great for overall vitality. I often recommend a blend or rotating between types. After 3 months of adding maca to his routine, Leonard's change was remarkable. "Dr. Mitchell, I feel like myself again," he told me. "I actually look forward to things now. I'm planning a surprise trip for my wife, I've started a new hobby, and our relationship feels alive again. I didn't realize how much I've been just going through the motions." For maca, form matters significantly. Raw maca powder can be difficult to digest and may cause stomach upset. Look for gelatinized maca, which has been pre-cooked to make it more digestible, or high-quality maca capsules. Dosage typically ranges from 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams daily. Many patients love adding maca powder to smoothies or mixing it into yogurt. It has a pleasant, slightly nutty flavor. The key takeaway: maca root serves as your vitality booster, restoring the passion, drive, and sexual energy that make you feel truly alive. Let me tell you about Walter. When he first came to see me at 66, he was skeptical about natural approaches. "I've tried ginseng before," he said. "It helped a little with energy, but nothing dramatic." I suggested he try ginseng again, but this time, we added ashwagandha after a month, then maca after another month. The results were extraordinary. "Dr. Mitchell," Walter reported after 3 months, "I understand now. The ginseng gave me energy, but I was still stressed and wired. Adding ashwagandha helped me sleep better and feel calmer, but something was still missing. The maca was the final piece. Suddenly I felt not just energetic and calm, but truly vitally alive." Here's why these 3 herbs create such powerful synergy when used together. Ginseng provides the foundation. It improves circulation and cellular energy production. Think of it as getting your engine running efficiently again. Ashwagandha creates the balance. It manages stress and supports hormone production. This is like having a good governor on your engine, preventing it from running too hot or too cold. Maca adds the spark. It restores drive, passion, and sexual energy. This is what makes you want to actually use that well-running, balanced engine. Together, they address the 3 pillars of vitality in men over 60: energy circulation, hormonal balance, and passionate engagement with life. It's like having a 3-cylinder engine where each herb fuels a different cylinder, but together they create smooth, powerful performance. The key benefit of this combination is that it restores what I call the vitality triangle: physical energy, emotional balance, and sexual confidence. When all 3 are working together, you don't just feel better, you feel like yourself again. Let me tell you about Gerald. At 72, he came to me frustrated and skeptical. "Dr. Mitchell, I've tried everything," he said. "I bought those male performance supplements from the drugstore, took them for a few weeks, nothing happened. I tried some ginseng capsules from the grocery store, maybe felt a tiny bit more energetic, but nothing like what you're describing." Gerald had made the #1 mistake I see men make with herbal supplements: choosing the wrong quality and using them inconsistently. Here are the critical mistakes to avoid. First, low-quality herbs with fillers and non-standardized extracts. Many commercial supplements contain barely active amounts of herbs, mixed with fillers and additives. Gerald had been taking ginseng that contained mostly rice powder with a tiny amount of weak ginseng extract. Second, choosing the wrong forms. For example, raw maca powder can cause digestive issues, while gelatinized maca is much more effective. Siberian ginseng isn't actually ginseng and won't give you the same benefits as Panax ginseng. Third, inconsistency. Gerald would take supplements for a few days, forget for a week, then take double doses to catch up. Herbs work by building up in your system and supporting your body's natural functions. They need consistent daily use to be effective. The solution is simple but crucial. Choose standardized, clinically studied forms of each herb. Look for supplements that specify the active compounds and their concentrations. Build a daily routine rather than sporadic use. Herbs aren't pharmaceuticals, they work by supporting your body's natural processes over time. Focus on quality over quantity. One high-quality supplement is worth more than 10 cheap ones. Remember, herbs only work if you use them correctly and consistently. When you do, the results can be life-changing. Let me share Frank's story. At 67, Frank was experiencing the classic symptoms: low energy, fading confidence, feeling disconnected from his wife. He was ready to try something, but he needed a simple, realistic approach. "Dr. Mitchell, I don't want a complicated routine," he said. "I need something I can actually stick with." Here's the simple daily routine that transformed Frank's life. Morning, with breakfast, Korean red ginseng extract, 200 to 300 milligrams, or brew ginseng tea using 1 teaspoon of dried root. This starts your day with enhanced energy and circulation. Midday, with lunch, ashwagandha standardized extract, 300 to 400 milligrams. Taking it midday helps manage afternoon stress and supports evening hormone production. Evening, with dinner, maca root, 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams either as capsules or mixed into a smoothie. Evening dosing supports overnight recovery and morning vitality. Frank also added simple lifestyle boosters that enhanced the herb's effectiveness. A 20-minute walk in sunlight each morning to support natural hormone production. Drinking water consistently throughout the day. Dehydration kills energy and performance. Including quality protein and healthy fats at each meal to support hormone production. Within 2 months, Frank reported, "Dr. Mitchell, I feel 10 years younger. I have consistent energy throughout the day, I'm sleeping better, and my wife says I'm back to my old self. The routine is so simple, I don't even think about it anymore, it's just part of my day." The key is consistency over perfection. Start with one herb if needed, then add the others. Keep it simple, keep it daily, and watch transformation happen. Let's recap what we've covered today. 3 essential herbs can restore your vitality. Ginseng acts as your energy igniter, improving circulation and cellular energy. Ashwagandha serves as your stress and hormone balancer, restoring the masculine confidence you remember. Maca root functions as your vitality booster, bringing back the passion and drive that makes life worth living. But this isn't really about herbs, it's about reclaiming your strength, your masculinity, your presence in your own life and in your relationships. It's about refusing to accept that feeling tired, disconnected, and less than your best is just part of aging. I've worked with thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who have turned their health and vitality around using these natural approaches. You're not done. You're not too old. You still have time to feel strong, connected, and fully alive again. Your wife, your family, your grandchildren, they need the best version of you. More importantly, you deserve to feel like yourself again. If this message has resonated with you, take action. Try these herbs consistently for at least 8 to 12 weeks. Start with one if you need to, but start. Leave a comment below with which herb you're most excited to try. Share this video with any man who needs to hear this message. And subscribe for more natural health strategies specifically designed for men over 60. Remember, you're not done. You still have time to feel strong, connected, and fully alive again. Your best years can still be ahead of you. Thank you for watching, and here's to your renewed vitality.